Buraboy Boshishe to each and every one. Tonight is our 11th annual Ancestors Vigil night prayer at Trinidad All-Star Spaniard. We have been coming here for about 5 or 6 years. Normally we will have a radio station here, Talk City 91.1, but due to lack of funding and lack of respect for African tradition, we didn't get the funding to have the radio live broadcast tonight. Our responsibility is to keep alive the prayers to the ancestors, especially the night before emancipation. It's extremely important that we pay homage and give thanks to the ancestors who went before us, on whose shoulders we stand on. So we will have prayers. Prayers is traditional African prayers, Ifa Orisha prayers, what our ancestors knew before they were forced to accept Christianity. With the live radio broadcast, we would interact with the diaspora, where we would talk to Nigeria, the Araba in Nigeria, Araba Kolade. We talk to another priest. He would be in London, but right now he's in Ghana, Nana Sankara, and then we have Baba Shanto in New York. So what we do is that we don't want the wider community to think that practice of Ifa Orisha is just a Trinidad thing. It is not. It is something that is practiced in the diaspora, in the Caribbean, in North America, and it's still maintained in the diaspora, especially in Yoruba land. And we also connect with other shrines in Trinidad who at this time they too are having prayers. So in Piti Valley they would have a Ingungu prayers where they have a masquerade, the Ingungu masquerade, and then in Matura, in the Bedu shrine, they would be hosting Saraka. There's another ritual that is done, and they have been doing these things for years. So it's nothing that is happening just recently, but it's rituals that Africans has been practicing over a number of years. The only difference now is that you don't have to hide to do it like what has happened over the years. We are gradually coming out and they are accepting that African people do have a tradition and they do have a culture and they do have a spirituality. The program tonight would start off with the blessings of the ground, and we would invite and open the space where we call on Oshun to clear the pathway, and we call on Baba Ogun for prosperity in everything that we do. And then from there we have a number of other orishas that we will call, right? Then we will be singing for the ancestors, we'll be drumming, and then different people will call names of their ancestors, or in the drumming community they will talk about the ancestors of the drummers who were there before, who kept it going, and now it is being carried on. You have the songs that we sing, and we will talk about some of the songs, because not every song we will sing tonight, because tonight is for the ancestors, so we sing songs that is pertaining to that. So we'd have somebody who would talk about the songs that we sing and how they learn it, how they get, who are the people before. And then I do the women who have worked very hard and always the warriors and in the limelight for this process, because the women and the women energy is what in the African tradition, the woman is respected, and the woman is the one who sits on the throne before the king sits on the throne. So the woman is respected and honored. So tonight I give honor to all the heroines, women in this country, Trinidad and Tobago, and to the diaspora. We no longer on the plantation, we no longer being denied a number of things that we could not deny. We could wear our African clothes and not being arrested. We could change our names to African name and not being denied using our name. So we are saying tonight, the night before emancipation, we must give respect to them. We must call them in. We must honor and appreciate them for what they have done. Because in our African language, we say that ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. So we have to be grateful for those who were there before us. African spirituality is being practiced. African spirituality should be respected. It is not about devil worshipping. It is not evil. It is not taboo. Every other ethnic group have a spirituality that they go to. We have one that we are denied to use, and we are taught that it is evil. But other people are using it, and other people are getting all the good energies and the prosperity from it. But they keep telling us that what we are doing is wrong. So I would like for the wider community, and especially to the young African male and female, that there is a spirituality, a culture, a tradition, and a way of life, that if they return to the way of life, this behavior that they have now take on is totally not profitable for them.
We all know from the history that our ancestors suffered tremendously during the course of the Atlantic slave trade, and as a result of which many were actually cast overboard when either there was not enough room on the ship, or they simply got ill or something, and they cast them overboard. There were others who were burnt alive, those who were hanged, actually butchered, those who were eaten by animals. What we are required to sort of do now is to continue the process, hopefully to break new ground in terms of the maintenance, if you will, of the struggle for liberation of people of African descent. As far as Yoruba people are concerned, our ancestors are not dead in the sense of death. They have transited to another place, which we call the ancestral realm, or the place of the ancestors. And that is where they dwell after having departed this realm. So, in essence, what we're doing is we're summoning the attention from the realm of the ancestors to what we are doing. And it is possible that they might even be represented or be present at the ceremony. That, of course, will depend on them to a large extent. And therefore, when we call the names and we offer prayers and we give praise and we give thanks on their behalf, and we ask for forgiveness for them, because they too might have done things in the course of their presence on the earth that might have affected other people negatively. And therefore, we don't want them to have that stain living on into eternity. So we obviously ask for forgiveness for them as well. And therefore, to generally uplift the spirit of the ancestors. It is said that if the ancestors are uplifted, we are uplifted. And therefore, by so doing, we expect to have their support in terms of what we do to continue this struggle.